So hey guys, so today's video is different. So I stumbled upon a video I'd shot 3 years ago in 2021 during the heat of COVID, and God just placed it in my heart for me to share it today. So here it goes. Hope it's a blessing to you. What's up guys, Ben here again, and I'm excited just to bring another video to you guys, and I thank God for what He has placed in my heart, and I believe it's going to help someone out there. Yeah, so for the past 3 years or so, God has taken Gathoni and I through a process of testing and waiting. And for so long, I complained and I bugged God about it, and I told God, I'm tired of waiting. God, I want the promise. God, I want the thing that you have in store for me. God, give it to me. God, I'm ready. And so God just told me, wait, my son. And so as I was thinking about that today with Gathoni today in the kitchen, as we were making for our little ones a meal, God brought the story of David to mind. And so David, the King David, the great King David, one of the greatest kings who has ever lived, was called or was anointed to become king of Israel when he was just 15 years old. He was a shepherd and he was tending the flock of his father. Yeah. And Samuel, who was a prophet, comes and anoints him and pours oil on his head. And David, at 15 years old, a shepherd boy, is anointed to become the next king of Israel. And so I believe what was happening in David's mind is that David was like, oh, awesome. Well, show me to the palace, man. Let's go, man. I need to start. I need to get down to working. David, I'm sure, assumed that when you're anointed, the next thing is to ascend to the throne. But the interesting thing is that between the anointing and the ascension to the throne, it took 15 years. 15 years between the boy shepherd and the King David. 15 years. And these 15 years, why they are very significant and symbolic, is because this 15 years is the period of waiting, and the period of preparation, and the period of testing. And for me and so many of us, we are very uncomfortable when we are made to wait, because we live in a generation whereby everything is instant. You know, one of the things that really frustrates me is traffic. I hate traffic because traffic just makes you wait and you just chill as if you have not. And Gathoni keeps on telling me, Ben, just relax, chill out, man, just relax, Ben. And I always get on a mood and I'm always angry. And when someone cuts me off traffic, I'm almost, doing crazy things. It's because I hate waiting. And so many of us hate waiting. And David also hated the wait, because it was during this period of waiting that his life was threatened. And he ran for his life, even though he had been anointed as king. And so when I draw a parallel to this story and to our lives today, is that if there is anything that is of meaning that you are supposed to be or become, then you must wait. And it's here. And the greater the promise, or the greater the destiny, then the greater the wait and the bigger the test. Another person who was also made to wait was President Kibaki. Yeah. And so President Kibaki first ran for office in 1992. Yeah. And he assumed it was just multipartyism, and he assumed that he's popular and that he'll become president. And what was unknown to Kibaki was that he'll have to wait 10 years. 10 years before he actually becomes the president of Kenya. And during these 10 years, he underwent the most difficult testing of his life, that by the time he was ascending to presidency, his life was almost done. You remember that, guys, he was given the scepter of presidency when he was in a wheelchair because of an accident he had just been involved in. And it cost him his life, almost cost him his life for him to become president. And for you guys, I'm sure most of you agree with me that President Kibaki was one of the greatest leaders a country will ever hope to have. He was a great and amazing president. And because of his waiting, he became a great president. And so this video is basically me telling you to trust the process of what God told Gathoni and I. Just trust the process. Trust the thing that I am taking you through as I am preparing you for the thing that I have prepared for you, you know. And you know, if God is making you wait, then just know that what you're waiting for will be worth waiting for. Because God is not a man. He does not lie. He's not a son of man that he should change his mind. And for me, I think the most difficult part about the wait was the testing. Because I think I will be okay waiting. But the testing was the most difficult. For you guys who remember Joseph between his dream and prime ministership was another 15 years also. And during this time, he was sold as a slave. He was accused of sexual assault. He was imprisoned. He was hated upon. He was looked down upon. He was a slave. The testing is the most difficult part of the wait. And I was telling God, by the way, I just wait, God, but please don't test me. Please don't. But God was telling me, Ben, the testing is the most important part. Because the testing, its work is to prepare you for the thing that you have ahead of you. So that's why David did not ascend to the throne when he was a shepherd. Because he would have messed up. He would not have been ready. He would have taken it for granted. He would have been juvenile. He would have been childish. But the process of the wait and the testing was to mature him, was to prepare him for the thing, the assignment that was ahead of him. For example, in the military, before you are accorded the badge of a special forces or GSU or whichever special force, the Marines, all these people have to undergo a very rigorous and excruciating training. It's so rigorous and excruciating that most people die. Or if you don't die, they give up. That the very, very few who actually make it to become a special force are people who have been tested and tried under fire, and they have developed the character needed for the assignment that is ahead of them. That's why when they come out of there, they're not like normal men. They can be able to take down 15 normal people just by themselves because of the weight and the significance of the assignment that is ahead of them. And so, if God is making you wait, guys, just wait. And I think the thing about the wait is, had David known that there was going to be a waiting and a testing period, maybe he would have handled it better. Yeah. So guys, just wait and take the waiting well, because the thing that is ahead of you is so great that God has to prepare you and take you through the furnace. And the furnace, the purpose of the furnace is to remove all the impurities from inside of you. So if you have got cracks in your character, or if you have got points of weakness, or if you've got areas in your life that need to be dealt with, that is the purpose of the testing. Because the testing, it takes you through fire. And the purpose of fire is that the fire melts out all the impurities that are inside of you, and you end up becoming pure gold. And you know, guys, the value of gold is so high. It's so high. And so for me, I will never trust anything of meaning to someone who's not been tested. I will not trust even a presidency to someone who's not been tested. That someone straight from the field as a shepherd to ascend to the throne. No. I will not trust a business leader who has never undergone through testing. I will never trust a mentor who has not been tested. So guys, the purpose of the wait, the reason for the testing is that it purifies you and prepares you for that which is ahead of you. And so guys, let us be patient in our wait. Let us wait and know that God will deliver that which He has shown you through your vision and through your dream. Just wait. Wait and wait patiently for the Lord. Till next time, guys, God bless you.